Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm doing another part of the Sims 3 drama. So if you guys watched the last part, you know that I am actually doing a voiceover, and yeah, that's all the explaining I really have time for. So I am showing you guys the new baby's room. In the last part we found out that the baby Kennedy is currently carrying is a girl, which is really exciting, and I'm showing you all the stuff I added to her room. This thing right here, it said something about being like a playpen for the baby slash toddler. I later find out that it's actually more of like, it's a toy box, basically. It's a toy box that you can see them in. So I do eventually get rid of the other toy box, and I do end up keeping that because it is kind of cute. Later on, we'll actually see Spencer in there. But here I am back to the room. I used a circular crib because I thought it was really cute. It's not something I normally use. It's custom content, obviously. But I just thought it was really cute, and I feel like Derek wants the nicest, cutest, best stuff for his little baby girl. I put a bunch of toys in there, some girly toys. I put a princess rug. I put a doll house. I put the little blocks thing. And then, of course, a pink cheetah print rocker. I forgot what those were called. A pink cheetah print rocker. Super cute. So, obviously, today we are having a baby. I can't remember exactly what time she goes into labor, but it's super early. Everyone is getting up and getting their day started. Yeah, as far as I know, that's really all that's happening. Let's see, who am I on right now? Dustin. What does Dustin do today? Dustin really doesn't do anything. He goes to work. He works from home. You know, he's a low workaholic. We all know that. Okay, so I just kind of went and skipped through the video a little bit so I could refresh myself on what's happening. Also here, our cats get in fights like 3 different times in this video. It was so weird because I've never seen it happen before. Not with each other. They were on the hunt for stuff, but it just looks like they're scrapping it up. You know what I mean? So anyways, I am just kind of getting everybody ready for the day. Dustin is, you know, checking himself out, being all, what's that word called? Self-indulged, selfish, whatever it's called in The Sims. I cannot remember, but he's being that way. Derek and Liam, I always forget his name. Derek and Liam are having a nice little breakfast together, super cute, and then they're gonna spend some one-on-one father-son time together. Love that. Who's next? Who do I go to next? Kennedy or Moira? Who's it gonna be? Kennedy or Moira? I honestly cannot remember. I just went and skipped through the whole video, and I don't remember. Not like skip through, I just kind of jumped a few minutes at a time just to refresh my mind on what happened. But anyways, here they are getting their little father-son time. They're gonna hug it out. They're gonna, you know, be all super nice and cute and communicate because Derek, not Dustin. Derek is a very involved father. He's very close with his son. I plan for him to be the exact same way with his daughter. Super cute. And I do remember this part. Kennedy is actually in the shower, and I decided since Derek needed a shower as well, he was just gonna kind of sneak in there and they were gonna have a nice little shower. Woohoo. They are freshly married. Kennedy is probably like, leave me alone, get out of here. I want nothing to do with you. I'm 9 months pregnant, don't touch me. And Derek is just like, you're wifey, I gotta jump in here. Oh yeah, I was changing the color of the potty chair to pink because obviously they're having a girl, and I feel like Derek is the kind of person to go full force pink with a girl, just like he would, you know, just like Liam's room is full force red in Pokemon. He, like, whatever he does, he's all out with. So yeah, I was changing that. They're about to jump in the shower. This is where I was like, Kennedy is like, don't touch me. I'm 9 months pregnant. This is so gross. And Derek is like, you're my wife. I love it. Yeah. Oh, the lovely woohoo noise. Love it. And then Kennedy's going to grab some food because she's hungry. And then I think she just does some painting to just kind of relax. We actually have the baby fairly soon, if I remember. I don't know. Maybe we don't now. I don't know. But we definitely have the baby today. And next, I think I'll be moving on to Moira shortly. She does have to go to work today. If you guys remember, she got a part-time job, which is crazy. Oh yes, here I'm looking at Kennedy and her job and everything. She, between the baby and the wedding, she has, oh, here is Derek on his drums. We love a drum king. Between the wedding and the pregnancy, she is off for the next 6 days, so she does not go back until next week Thursday. And then I'm pretty sure next week Thursday is another holiday, so she won't go back till next week Friday, and then she'll have 1 day and have the whole weekend off, so kind of funny. I should be getting to Moira soon. Liam's going to school pretty soon. Here we go. Up to Moira. I do get her up shortly and have her kind of start her day, take care of Spencer. She does have to go to work today. Oh, excuse me. And she is, oh yeah, I had some trouble with her. I don't know what was going on. She would not do anything. Like, she was just stuck in bed until I told her to relax. And then all of a sudden she was standing. I don't know, weirdest thing ever. This is what I was saying in the last part, where I should probably move all my games to a new save file because they're all getting just a little bit glitchy. But here we go. She is taking care of Spencer. She is getting their needs taken care of bright and early because she has to go to work. And before she goes to work, she has to drop Spencer off down at Derek and Kennedy's house, because that is kind of the deal while Spencer is a toddler. Derek and Kennedy, well, mostly Derek. Kennedy is just there because that's her mother-in-law. But Derek agreed to take care of Spencer while she is working, because she does only work part-time. It's only a couple hours a day, a couple days a week, not a big deal. So yeah, she's getting everyone ready for that. Okay, so I kind of skipped through her getting Spencer ready because it's boring, and the baby is on its way. This is so exciting. We're about to have a baby. We are about to find out if it is Derek's baby or Dustin's baby, which is super exciting, super nerve-wracking. Like I always do, I have Kennedy walk out towards Derek because I just feel like in reality, he's not going to know, like, oh my God, she went into labor the second she goes into labor. You know, he's going to have to wait till he sees her. So I am having Derek take Kennedy to the hospital because, of course, that's his wife. He's under the influence that it's his baby. There is a 50-50 chance. Like I said, I already know because I've already technically done this. But there is a 50-50 chance that it's not his baby, but Derek is under the impression that it is his baby. So yeah, off they go to the hospital. I was actually really happy that the baby was born already because there was so much I wanted to do in this part, and it all revolved around the baby had to be born first. Like, all of it was like, baby has to be born, baby has to be born, like, baby has to be born first. So here I'm having Spencer just work on his skills with the xylophone and the blocks because we haven't really been focusing on that. We don't really focus on Spencer at all. That's why I was saying in the last part, Spencer and Moira have kind of moved on from the drama. Moira is just trying to be the best mother she can, even though she's a very, not old mother, but she's not an elder yet, but she's a very late in life mother. So yeah, Liam is off to school, I believe. Did he go to school? Yeah, he's off to school. Dustin will be leaving for work shortly, and Moira will go to work. But before she goes to work, Moira has decided to confide a few things to Derek, but obviously Derek is at the hospital right now. She's not really able to do that, so she's got to play the waiting game. And I think, oh yeah, I was going to have her work on stuff for work, but all she needs is to have a good mood. So then I was like, okay, well, let's have her clean the house, but nothing was really dirty in her apartment, so she didn't really have a lot to do. But that's okay. We're just kind of killing time. There's Dustin still working. I believe he's leaving for work like any minute now. I think he leaves at noon. I don't know. But it's a baby girl, and we get to choose 2 traits for her to start her life out with. Super exciting. And I did not have a name picked out. I totally spaced picking out a name. So I kind of tried to go with something that balanced out Liam. I just thought something that sounded good with Liam, and I decided to go with the name Lainey. I also like just plain Lane, like L-A-N-E-E, but I decided to go Lainey with the Y just because I thought it was really cute. This is also a name that I personally love and would actually like to use in real life, but my boyfriend said no. He shut me down. So I got to use it in The Sims when I can. And I just went ahead and randomized her traits, and she got Virtuoso and Loves the Outdoors, which I decided to keep because both of those are positive. And with her father, or we're assuming father, we still don't know who the daddy is yet, being a drummer, it made sense. And because that become a grandparent wish was granted, we do know that Lainey is biologically Derek's baby, which is exciting in a way because I'm happy about it, but it's also a little bit strange. Not strange, but I was excited because I'm really happy for Derek because he's a great parent, but it was also a little a little sad because obviously it would be way more drama filled if it was Dustin's. You know what I mean? Like, that would be absolutely crazy. I'd also be interested to see how that would show up in the family tree because it would be Derek's half sibling, but also his stepchild. You know, so like that would just be so weird. But anyways, we had a little girl. Her name was Lainey. We only had one. We didn't have multiples. Every time I worry that we have multiples because the like have a child thing or like the it's a boy or it's a girl thing doesn't come up right away. So yeah, but we only had one. Super exciting. Dustin is off to work and Moira is going to pick up Spencer and bring him down to Kennedy and Derek's apartment, drop him off for work, and she's gonna have a little chat with Derek at the same time, but you know, of course we have to wait for Derek to get home to do that. Okay guys, so I just did a quick skip to when Derek and Kennedy got home. I actually sent Kennedy straight into her room to 1, change out of her maternity outfit, and then 2, she's gonna do some painting. She's like, I just pushed a baby out my hoo-ha. I deserve to relax. So she's gonna paint to relax. Derek is of course taking care of Lainey. He's gonna play with her, feed her, give her a snuggle her, you know, bottle, all that stuff. And then you see here I am having Spencer demonstrate this new toy box. So it looks really weird because he opens the lid even though there's no lid and he floats a little bit, but it does kind of look like a playpen a little bit. You know, it looks like he's just put in there, you know, not stuck, but like he's kept in there with his toys. So it is kind of cute. So I went ahead and let him stay in there. Now Moira is hiding out in Lainey's room and Moira is going to have a little talk with Derek. She is, you know, first of all, congratulations on the new baby. This is so exciting. But there's something you need to know about Moira. She hasn't always been faithful is kind of where this is going. And I wasn't able to like fully like exactly say that, so of course this is like a hypothetical, we have to just pretend, but I was kind of looking for the right thing for her to do and say, but basically what she's telling him is, you know, I love you and I'm happy for you, but you need to keep your eye on Kennedy. She hasn't always been the most faithful, like there is a small chance that Lainey isn't yours. And you know, of course Derek just doesn't want to hear it. He gets mad. And well, let's let this play out. So here's Moira talking to Derek. She's like, you know, congratulations, I'm happy for you, but you need to know you shouldn't be too comfortable yet. You know, Kennedy hasn't been faithful. She's not who you think she is. And there's a chance that the baby is not yours. And of course, Derek is going to get mad at her. So he's going to argue with her. He's going to yell at her. And right before she leaves, because Moira is actually just about to leave. Also, I did the what do they say about me? And Moira has a cheater reputation, which she is a cheater and it's really sad, but she's grown, you know, she's learned. So of course Derek is getting mad at her because how dare you say that about me. And Moira had to leave for work, but right before Moira leaves, she drops this little tidbit. Oh, also Derek got the wish to have another baby, which I think is really cute. But right before Moira leaves, she says to Derek, just because she looks a lot like you doesn't mean she's not your or doesn't mean she's your kid, kind of trying to hint that it's a chance that it's Dustin's kid, because again, nobody knows for sure. I mean, we know that it is actually Derek's kid, but nobody has done a DNA test yet. So as far as anybody knows, like Kennedy and Dustin could still think that it's Dustin's baby, like they have no idea. So of course, you know, even though Derek wasn't happy hearing that from his mother, he does love her and believe in her, so he confronts her. And he is confronting Kennedy about the cheating accusations. And of course, you know, she says, no, I would never cheat. How could you not believe me? And he said, you know, things have been really sketchy lately. I hear you coming home at 3 a.m. and I know you, like, I know you're not at work, blah, blah, blah. So then Kennedy gets really upset, and she goes, you know what, I have been cheating on you, and it's because you're a workaholic. You're never home. You're always focusing on work. How am I supposed to love somebody like that? So, of course, she is blame shifting, telling Derek that it's all his fault, and I cheat because you're never around. So Kennedy has confessed to cheating, but she's about to confess to cheating. I don't remember exactly. I think she's about to. Yes, she's about to confess to cheating. So before this, it has been, how dare you blame me? I would never do that, all of this. And now she's like, you know what? You're right. I'm cheating, and it's because you're never around. So she hasn't confessed who she's cheating with. Of course, here's me trying to get the best angle of their fight. I'm a terrible person. So she hasn't told him who she is cheating with, but that little bombshell that Moira, that little bombshell that Moira dropped is giving him a little inkling. You know, the whole, she might look a lot like you, but that doesn't mean it's your baby. It's kind of making him think like, oh my God, what if it's my dad she's cheating with? Because he knows that Moira and Kennedy have never liked each other, and Moira refused to tell Derek why she and Dustin, his parents, got a divorce. So he's kind of putting two and two together. So now he knows that she cheated on him. She's feeling betrayed. She's very, very upset with him, or with her. He's very upset with her. Ugh. Excuse me. Sorry, I had to burp. He is very upset with her. Look at that. Look at that. She's like, oh, but my engagement ring's so pretty. Or my wedding ring, because they're married. They didn't even make it 2 whole sim days married. Yeah, and a sim day is roughly 3 months. So they made it like 3 months married before all of this went down. Also, Liam came home in the middle of this, and he probably heard the screaming from the front door of the apartment and was like, nah, I'm going to Grandpa's house. But Liam is finally coming home, and I'm just taking care of the cats because I have been really neglecting them lately. But Derek is pretty much telling Kennedy, like, we just need some space. Like, I need you to leave for the night. Like, I don't want to see you tonight. I just need you to go stay somewhere else. Stay at a hotel, stay at a friend's house. Like, I don't care. You need to leave. So Kennedy leaves, but she doesn't go very far. She goes right down to Dustin's apartment, and this is all the confirmation that Derek needs because he watched for her to leave out the window, and she never left the building, but she did leave. She did leave their apartment, but she never left the building. So the only place she could go is either Derek's house, Dustin's house, or Moira's house, and she sure as hell is not going to Moira's house. So that is all the confirmation that Derek needs to know that she is cheating on him with his father. His father, freaking crazy. So Kennedy is heading down there, and she's just gonna kind of chill and wait for Dustin to get home. And Derek's officially alone, taking care of 3 children, his own 2, and then his little half-brother. Crazy, right? Crazy. You crazy girl. You crazy. Yeah, so now we are just going to wait for Dustin to get home because of course, more drama is going to go down as soon as Dustin is home. Alrighty guys, so Dustin just walked in the door, and it's kind of funny. I told Kennedy to sit and watch TV, and the second she sat down, Dustin walked through the door. Also, Moira got stuck on her way to work. She was like stuck in a wall, so she didn't go to work. She made $12 because I didn't catch it until there was like an hour of work left. So anyways, ignore that. But Dustin comes home, and of course he's like, you know, what are you doing here? Like, Derek's home. Our agreement is you only come here when Derek's either not home or when he's sleeping. So he is just like, you know, what's going on? What are you doing here? So he's gonna go and ask her, you know, like, what happened today? You know, why are you here? This is not part of the agreement. Like, you literally had a baby this morning with my son. Like, go be with your baby. Excuse me. But yeah, here's Derek being the best parent ever. And even when he knows there's a chance it's not his baby, he's still over here being the best parent ever. He still kept Lainey. You know, he didn't kick out both Kennedy and Lainey. He, you know, took both of them, or took Lainey. He's like, you know, this is my child. I have been thinking for the last 9 months that this is my child. You know, I decorated a nursery for her. I switched my life around for her. Like, this is my child, whether it's biologically or not. So Kennedy is kind of confessing everything to Dustin. I was really looking for the right interactions to kind of line this up, which was kind of hard because what I wanted to do wasn't really an option. But Dustin does actually argue back with her a little bit, and not necessarily like yelling at her or anything, but he just kind of tells her, like, this is a little bit your own fault. Like, you're really upset about what happened, but you're the one who chose to cheat with his father, nonetheless. And you're the one who thinks that the baby might not be his and still didn't tell him that. And, you know, all of these things. So Moira is home. She's going to go grab Spencer. She's going to put him in his crib right away just because it's easier. It's easier to just throw him in his crib right away than it is to pick him up, bring him upstairs, set him down for like an hour sim time, which is like 2 seconds real life, and then pick him up again, put him in his crib. Anyways, here they are arguing, and of course, you know, Kennedy is going to snap back because that's who she is. She doesn't take no shit from nobody. Also, there's a trick-or-treater here in the middle of summer. Very strange. So yeah, Kennedy is going to snap back at him. She is just kind of like, you know, you have no right to be talking to me like this. Like, you are just as much to blame for this as I am. Because he came on to her. Like, he initiated their affair. Kennedy did not start it. Dustin did. So, of course, they're, you know, arguing a little bit. And I really wanted Dustin to be the one to apologize. But because Kennedy was the one who yelled last, she had to be the one to apologize. But, you know, Dustin gives in. He lets women bully him around. I mean, he stayed with Moira after multiple affairs. And then, you know, Moira pulled the plug after he had one. Which, I mean, fair enough. Good excuse. I would too. But it's just kind of funny that Moira had multiple and Dustin stayed with her. And then Dustin had one and Moira dipped out right away. Anyways, Dustin just, you know, he lets women run his life, run all over him. So he is, of course, going to forgive her. And I really wanted him to ask her to break up with Derek. I was really interested to see what the outcome would be. I didn't initially plan for her to, like, confess to cheating and have the relationship be so bad. Initially, I actually wanted Derek and Kennedy to be in a good place when this happened. Oh, also, I had Moira talk to Liam a little bit also because that is her grandson. You know, I want her to be an involved grandma. So they were talking a little bit at the same time while Dustin and Kennedy were downstairs being romantic. And I think they have to be, like, very alluring or something to get that wish. So I kind of bounced back and forth for a while because I have this weird thing with my Sims cannot be standing still. My Sims cannot be doing nothing. Like, my Sims have to be queued up doing stuff at all times. So I very often pause the game while I queue up for my Sims to do stuff. It's a bad habit, trying to kick it. Anyways, moving on. Oh, excuse me again. I burp way too much. But then I'm also queuing up Derek with things to do with Lainey. And again, this is all going through his mind. Like, there's a chance that Lainey's not my kid. Lainey could possibly be Dustin's kid. This could actually be my sister, not my daughter. You know, all of this stuff is going through his head. And despite that, he is still being the best parent because he loves her very much. And here we have Dustin and Kennedy still going, still getting their romance on. She wants to woohoo with him, of course. I think she does later on also get the wish to be romantic with Derek again, which is freaking crazy. And Derek actually gets the wish to become friends with Kennedy again, which is crazy. That just shows the hold that Kennedy has over these men. Even after cheating on him with his dad, he still wants to forgive her. And here's Liam checking for monsters under the bed. And of course he found some. Love that. And I thought that you could have the parents like spray for monsters and get rid of them, but I could not figure out how to do it. So if you guys know how to do that, let me know, because I really wanted to, but I just literally could not figure out how to do it. But here we go. I think this is, yes, the last piece we needed. We're going to come here and we are going to ask to break up with Derek. I was so nervous at this point because I genuinely had no idea what was going to happen. I didn't know if she was going to say yes. I didn't know if she was going to say no. I really had no idea. She does have commitment issues, but like they're married with 2 kids, so I wasn't sure. And she so casually said yes. She said, "You're right. Filing for divorce as we speak." Like, so freaking casually. It's ridiculous. It was honestly ridiculous. So she's no longer a daughter-in-law. She's now a romantic interest. And now Dustin and Derek's relationship is at an all-time low. They are the worst of the worst. Like, Justin has absolutely obliterated his first family. Obviously, he's going for a second one. Oh, and then for whatever reason, it wanted Derek to, like, break up with Kennedy, but Kennedy broke up with Derek. Like, that's my storyline. Kennedy broke up with Derek. That's just how it has to be. He's more mad at Dustin than he is Kennedy. Kennedy was his wife, the mother of his children. She's the one who cheated on him, and he's more mad at his father, which honestly, like, if my mom stole my husband, I would be more mad at my mother also, but I find it so funny. So here he is being the best freaking dad ever. And then I also had Liam ask Derek to read him a bedtime story, because I think that is super, or read to sleep, whatever you want to call it, because I think it's a really, really, really cute interaction. Excuse me. But there I was, checking again for the spray for monsters thing. I could not figure out how to do it. But I do have Derek read Liam to sleep because I just think it's super adorable. And it's something I don't do super often. So I just wanted to go ahead and do it. And then one last thing that we are doing before we end out this part, we are actually aging Dustin into an elder. Also, the reason I dragged his hunger up, I planned on him and Kennedy going out to eat, but with everything that happened, it just got super late, and then because I had to reset Kennedy, her hunger went up, so it really didn't make sense for them to go out to eat anymore, so that's why I just cheated his hunger. But here I am, stupidly buying a birthday cake because I have aging turned off for this game, and when aging is turned off, sorry if you heard that, that was my dog getting comfortable. When aging is turned off, you can't use cakes to age up. You have to like you have to have testing cheats enabled true turned on, and then you have to do like the hold shift and trigger age transition, whatever the hell. I used to get yelled at all the time because I said it wrong. So that's what we did for Dustin. So Dustin is aging up into an old man, which is crazy because Kennedy, honestly, I would age Kennedy at like 24 right now, like 23, 24. You know, she's well past high school. You know, her son is maybe like 6 or 7. Derek's a little bit older than her. So she's like 23, maybe 24. And she's with a man who's becoming an elder. So, I mean, I would put him at like 60, you know? She's 24 with a 60-year-old. Like, disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. But they are going to... or Derek is going to read him to bed. Dustin is an old man. Kennedy is the only one here celebrating. Yeah, we know you never know when your time's up. Get your affairs in order, blah, blah, blah. I don't know why I actually sat here and read this because I don't normally do that. But yeah, he's an elder, and I believe also he looks good in a suit. I don't love the blue, but he really looks good in a suit. He really, really does. So I will have his makeover in the next part. I promise that will be coming. And then I believe I end this part out with Dustin and Kennedy enjoying a nice little woohoo. They are still romantic interests. They are not officially together or anything. But they are romantically involved. And then I also have Derek read Liam a little bedtime story, which I will show here in just a second. He's also sad from losing a friend, which, I mean, this morning literally you go back 16 hours to waking up, he had a pregnant wife who he was head over heels in love with, and he was expecting a baby, and now he's a divorcee raising 2 kids by himself while his ex-wife is in another man's bed. Like, insane stuff. I have no idea what I was talking about here. I don't know why it's frozen. But yeah, we end out with Justin and Kennedy woo-hooing, and then Derek reads Liam a bedtime story. It's super, super cute, and then he also sleeps in the same bed. Oh yeah, I tried to save the game, and it wouldn't let me because Dustin was technically still aging. But I'm going to end this part here. I don't have a lot of time to do my outro. Thank you so much for watching. I apologize for the voiceover, and I promise it'll be fixed in the next part. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see your lovely, lovely faces in my next one. Bye, guys.